Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Jurassic World Evolution. This is D-Blaze84 coming your way. It's been a bit since you have heard my wonderful voice and seen some gameplay from me, but I needed some time away to deal with some medical and some mental issues. I think anybody who really does like gaming and streaming, like on YouTube or Twitch, I think we all kind of have some mental issues. That's why we play video games uh, to help us escape. So, hopefully, you guys will join me on this quest. I have been excited for this game since I first learned about it like 6 months ago. I did dive in a little bit just to kind of get a taste of controls, like budgeting wise, just so I can kind of try to do the best I can for you. So without any further ado, let's jump in. I'm doing a new game. I'm not going to bring you guys into something I've already started. So yeah, let's go, guys.
Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5.
There's only 5, right?
Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should, because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
So beautiful. Ooh. Now I'm gonna try to not talk while everybody else is talking, so I'll go quiet for a
I'm
while.
Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab.
All right, let's do it. And this
We've
is on
already
the
started
PS4,
on the
guys.
enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding.
So if you see the green, some of you may not have seen any video footage on this at all. So I'm going to kind of try to help you out as I go as well. So if you see that big green circle, that's the power radius. So anytime you build a building, you're going to want to try to keep that in mind. You can always build outside of it, but then you have to build the path, you have to build a power substation, and the power lines to connect to it. But I'm going to keep mine close to the gate, and so it'll be right in that little grid. Boom!
Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here.
Love how they build. It's not like just a typical building that says
You'll
under
need to
construction.
connect it to the pre-existing network of paths and the power grid.
We are already on the grid.
Now comes the real test, incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
All right, guys, and just to let you know on this, so if you look at the dinosaur I have highlighted right now, which is this one, you see in the bottom left-hand corner, it tells you the percentage of the genome. The higher the genome, the less likely it's going to fail in incubation. On my practice game, to kind of get a hold of it, I had dinosaurs failing out at 75%. So you're going to want to try to get it as close to 100% to have perfection as you can. And it's also going to come into play when you want to, like, if you're playing on PlayStation, if you hit square, you go to modify genomes, right? This is a spot where you can change the colors. In this selection right here, you're gonna later on in the game find you can change the color patterns. And then you can just kind of splice genes. and modify your dinosaur. There's stuff on here to like up their immune system, so they are immune to like cancer and some diseases. But it also ups their lifespan because there is lifespans on this. You also have one that like is I believe like an anaconda or a snake or something, and it increases their attack. Um, but when you do that, when you start splicing with the genome takes a hit. Usually it's about 5%. So if you have, let's see, what is my guy at right now? 65. So if I were just to change the color, drop it down to like 60, right? So it increase the chance of it to fail out. So the more genes you splice, the higher you're gonna have a fail rate. So if you have it at 100 and you like just change the color, let's say, it takes it down to 95. So you're still gonna have a really good percentage of a success rate. So we're gonna incubate.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
Alright guys, and you can also name your dinosaurs if you'd like. I'm not really going to name mine just because I love dinosaurs. I love their names. Can't pronounce them all, but I don't want to have one running around called Pepe, so maybe I'll do that with the T-Rex or something, or Spinosaurus. But for the major bulk of them, I'm going to keep them just their original names. I don't like the fact that it's going to say 1 and 2, so I might go through and change it, like, so it's not going to be like Triceratops 3, 4, 5. You know, that's kind of lame. But all right, you guys ready to release it? Now this is the cool part, and I hope that some of you haven't seen this because it's actually pretty sweet. And it always gives you the option to skip if you don't want to watch every single dinosaur.
It begins, the most precious moment, the result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique, and now we, you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
One of the cool things about this game too, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, it says show dinosaur statistics. So this will give you a layout of how each individual dinosaur is doing. It gives you the health, the food, water, comfort. Some dinosaurs like the big wide open, some like the trees like in the background. This guy likes the habitat set up exactly how it is. It loves the grassland. It loves a little bit of forestry. The population is overall in this enclosure. So you see we still have quite a bit we can throw in here. Social, it's got a little tick hair on it, but that's just because he's the only dinosaur. Now what you're going to want to...
Foundation has 3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
Alright guys, so these are the 3 main categories, right? I am going to do security because I want to have a beefed up security because I plan on having some big carnivores in the parks to come in this series. But I encourage you guys to try each one of them as your main starting point. Just because I pick security, it doesn't mean it automatically eliminates entertainment or science. Quite to the contrary, you're going to be dealing with all of them throughout the game. Now, if I am, say, a security contract, I go with, the bulk of it is going to be security. But these guys this guy and girl will pop up with things for me to do, and you can either accept contracts or decline them. And if you do, let's say, if you're like me, you do security and like a science division pops up, right? It will take away from either entertainment or security or both. So you kind of gotta balance what you're doing because you're gonna want all of it to be pretty level or close to level as you can get because you have to unlock things at a certain stage. So, so let's go to security, see what they want us to do.
This is Lambert, head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands. So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors. Because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
All right, so we're gonna have to build and connect power an expedition center, and that's what you're gonna send out, like the helicopters to go get your fossils. So we are going to accept, and the cash reward is $250,000. Look in the bottom right.
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room.
Crap.
Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
So if you look in the bottom right-hand corner at the very bottom, we'll go from left, right? You'll see your money amount. You'll see your star rating of your island, and it's like I think 3 to move to the next one, or you can stay here and make yours even better. And then it shows you your progression on your science, your entertainment, and your security. Right above that, it tells you what your contract is, what your goal is that you should be working on. So then now we're going to go up. I want to show you this too. It's pretty cool. Like if you're playing on PlayStation, hit triangle. It won't let me because I have to do this. So I'll show you that in a minute. But what I was going to tell you also, you're going to want to set up like observation booths so people like your customers, your park goers can kind of sit there and watch the dinosaurs. So they're going to encourage you to put like the feeders like kind of over here because it clips to your fence. And I'll show you that also in a minute. So now I gotta pick a good spot for my expedition site building. Here we go. So I can probably put it right there. And see, all you gotta do is have just like a little corner in it. But I have to be on a flat surface. There we go.
So, one more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
And what he's talking about is the rep of like all 3 divisions. Like I told you, it's in the bottom right-hand corner. All right, so let's take a look, see if I can do this right now.
Well done. And you'll notice absolutely no hint of sarcasm. Unless you listen real closely. So what I meant to say is that completing that contract has raised your standing. Your reputation, if you will, with the security division. This means they'll be willing to give you more difficult missions.
All right, so I'm going to hit triangle. I'm going to be backed out. This is like a map that'll tell you all your power outages, any damage to your fences. Of course, it tracks your dinosaurs. It's very cool, especially when they're sick or on the loose and they're hard to spot and find. Click triangle if you're playing on PS4, like I'm saying, and it'll bring up your dinosaur for you. Now, I need to put a feeder in.
I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested.
$1 million for finishing it? Heck yeah! Alright, so I'm going to set up my
Glad
feeder
to have you on board. As you can
over
imagine,
here.
the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
All right, so we're gonna click on our
I'm gonna need you to extract
helicopter.
enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
So we're gonna send our guys out, and we're gonna be looking for dig sites for the Edmontonsaurus. So you can see if you look under commonly found species, it'll tell you what is in the location. It'll also tell you, I don't think yet because I haven't dug anywhere, but I'll show you that when it comes up. So if I go here, I have more chances to get uh, uh, all of those fossils, but we want to focus on the what is it? Edmontosaurus. And I think this is our best bet. It's at 60,000, 75, because I think it's more fossil possibilities, so we can send it
Good.
out.
Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
All right, guys. So I was gonna also let you know anything that you want to put in your enclosures, like the feeders per
Your
se.
job is simple, really. Create dinosaurs which attract visitors to your facilities, brings in capital, money, huh? Which means you can do more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs, and there you go. A circle of life, development and resources, nature and commerce. See? Simple.
Seems like anytime I want to talk to you guys, I have one of these guys popping up. All right, so if you want to put feeders, viewing platforms or whatever, you're gonna always go to your enclosures. It also gives you your fences. You have to unlock the electrical fence, but I mean you can do that in your research center, which I'll show you too. If you build a new enclosure, this is where you're gonna find your gates. I was gonna tell you this is for your ground dinosaurs, which is gonna be like your Triceratops, Stegosaurus, this little Stegbon, whatever, and the Edmontonsaurus, all the ones that are low to the ground. This is going to be for, like your Brachiosauruses, your taller dinosaurs, which is like no-brainer. You're probably going, duh, Dustin. Of course, you have your carnivore feeder. You have your live bait feeder. I can't wait to see that one. But this is going to be our viewing gallery. This is where your customers are going to be able to come in. We're going to place it. And we'll go about right. Yeah. That is where they're going to be able to kind of view your dinosaurs, which is pretty nifty. Did I not click on paths? I thought I clicked on paths. If you listen real closely in the background, you can
You should
hear
extract genomes
the
from
airplane
fossils that have
or
been
the
collected
helicopter.
inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
We'll do the genome in a minute. I love the building on this. Like I was saying earlier, it's not just like a building like this and it has the under construction sign hanging above it. It shows you like it's actually getting built up. So yeah, this is your viewing gallery. If you click on it, it'll show you.
So you've got dinosaurs your guests want to get up close and personal with. The thing is, they can't. Construct facilities to increase visibility and keep visitors the right side of the safety glass.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. All right. So those are pretty much the things that you can look at. But this gives you like the view of what you can see. You can see like the whole green area. That's what they can see from this viewing center. So it's always good to put your feeders up over here, so that way it kind of lures them when they're hungry. I'm gonna add in a little pond so they can bathe. That was not a pond. This is your landscaping where you can add trees, shrubs, take away trees, add water, take away water, and adjust the level of the ground that you have, which I'm not going to do anything yet. So this will give them a little pond, so that way they can kind of come rummage and roll around in it. So whee. Now we're going to go to a fossil center.
The Fossil Center lets you extract DNA from fossils and amber in order to create new dinosaur genomes. Exciting!
And also, you'll find that your guys will like dig up just some random stuff that you can sell. Hopefully, I got some I can sell. Yeah, see, like this random. I can't do anything with it, but I can sell it. $80,000. Heck yeah! This is the amber, and it'll show you what's in the amber, and it's a 4-star, so it'll help you build your genome for like the Edmontonsaurus. It'll help it build quicker. The higher the rated fossil, the more percentage your genome is going to go up, and I think that's probably like common sense. But yeah, so that's a pretty good dig. So because I think I didn't have any that are 1s, so 2 is like not so great, but it's better than a 1. So now we're gonna send these guys back out. We're gonna get 1 more, and these do run out and they do dry up. So you don't have like an unlimited supply of fossils from just one area. And it's not just here. If we zoom out on our map, these places, like you'll have one down here, over here. You have this island over here. Get this over here. See, so I'm just doing, I think just the one
Okay,
it increased
next
it.
you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond creation laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
So I'm gonna wait till these are all done extracting the genome, just so that way I can have the highest possible one. So I think also with the higher genome count, it'll increase the lifespan of it. So you want to have a lifespan that is going to be, I'd love to have it where they're like extremely high, but that takes a while to build up. So of course you're going to have the dinosaurs that won't make it as long. So I think what it say? Construct an ACU center. So we're going to go to our operations. Go to ACU station. And I will need to do a ranger station sometime coming up. Because ACU is the helicopter, rangers are the jeeps. And I pre-ordered so I could change some of the skins. They said that some of the skins are that you can access are the original Jurassic Park skins, which I think is bad. Yeah, hopefully you guys pre-ordered this because it was like $5 more, and you're gonna get 5 extra dinosaurs, the original Jurassic Park skin, and that stuff will come out later, but you're gonna be paying more for it. So I figured, why not?
Hey, I'm Isaac. I've been hearing good things about you. I'm in charge of the entertainment division here. What good is the world's greatest show if no one sees it? Don't answer. That's rhetorical and painfully obvious. What I'm saying is that we need people in our parks. Fill up our facilities with warm bodies. Numbers bring revenue, excitement, and opportunities.
So $100,000 to get a genome to at least 50%, and you're probably gonna have to hatch the dinosaur. So in my parks, I'm gonna try to keep herbivores and carnivores separate. Now I'll put the carnivores all in one area, one playpen, like I'll do a T-Rex and velociraptors all in one playpen. But I don't want to mix them up and put them all together just because I don't want the herbivores to all die out and have to keep spending tons of money making them just to feed the T-Rexes. So if you look at reputation changes, like what I was telling you about. So yeah, I'm going to do something because I'm going to take this contract because it's $100,000. It ups the entertainment, but it will drop the science and the security. Now, since I have no science, it's not going to put me in negative. It's just not going to really affect it. My security is going to drop, which kind of sucks. So let's accept. So view fossils. All right. Let's start working on. Oh no! Come on, I said give it love. See, like this one is like a 1, so it's really not going to affect the outcome of the genome on it, like at all. It'll put like a little dent in it, but it's not really going to do anything. Where'd our little guy go? There he is. He's at the feeder. Now, they are going to give you missions on here when you have your ranger station set up, where you can come in and take pictures. So you'll control a Jeep, come in here, and you'll take pictures of them doing whatever they want you to do, really. Which is, I think, a cool concept that you get to control the Jeep, and you can even tranquilize the animals, which is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So let's go back over here. We're going to work on the Triceratops next, get it above 50 so we can complete that contract. Because if we go over here just to look, we got this guy above 50, this guy's above 50, so this is the next one we get to bring in. And also we'll organize it by the highest genome percentage. So like if I get this guy above 74%, he'll jump ahead of the Struthiomimus. I think I said that actually really well. Sweet. So I don't think. Yeah, we still didn't have enough to bring the Triceratops alive. This is going to be your research center. This is where you're going to be able
The
to.
research center lets you improve your
I'll let him
park
tell you.
in various exciting ways. New buildings, upgrades, and more await.
So we'll go to view research. Right off the bat, you're going to have, boom. I would strongly suggest going to your medical treatment and unlocking, not unlocking, but working on this. You're going to want to have a lot of your medical done. I think, in my opinion, which is what I'm going to do, you're going to want to have a lot of your medical treatments for your dinosaurs unlocked. So that way, if they're sick, you're going to always be able to cure them. You're not going to have to wait on research and then sending them out. Profit per minute. So let's go over to our island rating. So we're going to look at it. So this tells you exactly what.
I'm Claire Deering,
I'll
and
let them
I've
tell
been
you.
on these islands
Yay.
before. On Isla Nublar, I made some mistakes, and I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs.
So yeah, this tells you.
Responsible management of our animals
Oh
is
my
key,
god.
as is creating a safe environment for our visitors.
Oh, that's right. I only have one dinosaur. So this will all kind of give you an overview of like your facility ratings, which were great. Poor satisfaction. I don't know why. Maybe because we don't have any like anything for our guests. So and this is your finances, which is pretty cool. It tells you how much you make per minute. Now we're gonna jump over to our fossils. See, this is like what I was telling you about. Like you can sell it. Kids, you can't really do anything with it. Boom. Boom. So this should boost our guy super well. Maybe put us in the 60 mark. But while we're doing that, now that we have this guy, our Edmontonsaurus, at a decent rate, we're going to incubate so we can complete the task. Oh, and then it says research item for research center, AC reload speed. So we're going to come over here. We're going to view research. I believe it's under buildings. No. Building upgrades. So we're going to go to ACU reload speed. Work on it.
Okay, don't let this go to your head, but that was some very impressive work on that contract.
Let's see, what is our Triceratops at? So he's at 60. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna send these guys out. I can send them there again, or I can send them to get a little of each. So I think I'm gonna send them to do a little of each. And he is ready to release.
Right. This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because, frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
Now, if I really wanted to, I could pilot. See someone going to wait for
The
this guy to come out.
ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
I'm gonna boom. Circle. I'm gonna close my gate so I have no other dinosaurs coming out. This is just a protocol. It's like a test run. So now this is what I'm talking. No, let's get out of the gate. I don't want to rename the gate.
Okay, we have our runner.
See, this is
Time
what I was
to
talking
tag 'em
about.
and bag 'em.
When they're
We're
out,
using less than
check
lethal,
it.
but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time.
and he's out.
Right
So
now,
we're gonna
we have our hands full.
come back to the ACU building. Go down to transport teams.
You'll need to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur back to its enclosure.
Select destination.
Picking up
Right, yeah.
asset.
Cool thing about this first island, you'll have these little storms, but you're not going to have like the big storm. So let's come over here, watch them pick up. Real quick, I'm going to say, guys, you know these videos are about an hour long, so if I get too in-depth in the game, I'm going to say this now. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. We are going to be doing a lot more Jurassic World Evolution, and I will also be doing some more Friday the 13th. I'll have news on that later, because if you guys haven't noticed, or haven't heard, there has been a big news on Friday the 13th. But this is not Friday the 13th. This is Jurassic World Evolution. And I also want to say, if this cuts out before I do my closing, I just want to say, guys, I am glad to be back. I hope you guys enjoy the content I'm going to be putting out now. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of live streaming or if I'm just going to do videos for a while. But hopefully you guys will enjoy the videos. Also, leave your comments, guys. I really appreciate it. I love reading through and seeing what you guys always have to say. So stop talking for a second and I'll finish up with my thought.
Asset delivered.
Because he's going to start talking. Happy little dinosaur. And that guy will just return back to wherever. I think we had fossils, right? There we go. $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! And we got the
That's
storm
the job
protector.
finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
This is our storm defense station. Like I said, we won't need it on this one because this one doesn't have any major storms. But as you progress and you move to other islands, they get the storms get worse. So it'll be great for future evolution gameplay. But, yeah, like I said, I'm glad to be back, guys. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you guys come back and watch videos. And when I do live stream, hopefully you guys will come chat with me and live stream again. Yeah, if this cuts out before I realize it, I'm gonna upload a couple videos for today because I wanna. This game is so addicting that you're just gonna want to keep playing it. Hopefully you guys pick it up, man. Hopefully you
There's
guys.
a new contract that I want you to consider.
Okay, I could do that. 125,000. Not bad. Hopefully this will inspire you guys if you haven't picked it up yet. To pick it up and give it a chance, man. It's actually a very cool game, very fun game. I'm a fan of like park builders and tycoon games. But this is Jurassic freaking Park. Why would you not want to? Why would you not want to be able to be like the computerized John Hammond? So I'm going to create one of these guys, give him a little buddy out here. You're going to always want to try to keep them paired up. So that way they're not lonely. I'm going to create two, so we're going to have three. I'll show you what I was talking about with lifespans. If I go over here, if you look at lifespan, see it says lifespan genes 40, age 13. So it flies by really quick. Yeah. We're going to come in also, and we're going to go over here. We're going to research, I think I'm going to get on my buildings, power upgrade. Yeah, I'm going to do a power upgrade research. I think I have dinosaurs to unleash. Release! Release! Look at that. They're so nifty. I love dinosaurs. And I'm glad it's sticking with the Jurassic Park version because I know that there's so many different thoughts and beliefs. We were trained for so long to believe they looked like the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. Now they switched their mind and said, "Oh, they don't look like that at all." I love this philosophy and theory because I think they're beautiful, beautiful creatures. I don't want to see a T-Rex that looks like a giant chicken. Sorry, if that's what you feel and believe, that's cool, man. But that's not what I believe. Jurassic Park got me to think that they look like these guys. So we are going to also, since we have the money, we are going to actually let's wait for. Okay, that landed. Did it bring anything new? Or did I not? Oh, I didn't send it out. We're gonna unearth our carnivore, which is gonna be Racha. Because yeah, not everything's unlocked, so we're not gonna. I don't think we'll have a chance to do T-Rexes on this island. It'll probably be on a different island. All right, I think now is a good time to also put in for our guests a little restaurant. So that way, you know, they're probably hungry. They want food. An extra chance to make us a little bit of money. Okay, it's right here. It's connected to the path already. Don't have to connect the path. It's on the power grid. Now let's go take a look at this. So profit per minute, 31,000. That's actually pretty good for what we have going. So our total is like 41, but you know with our expenses. overall, I think our guys are all pretty happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you hungry or thirsty? Visit
Oh.
our new fast food restaurant.
Did that finish? Research complete. Improved output. All right. So I'm gonna come over here and also I'm gonna unlock the shirts. We're also going to come over here. We're gonna put in a little gift shop for our fine folks. So, and I'm gonna put it at the very beginning of the park. So before they even get to the dinosaurs, they're gonna hit this. They're gonna have food, or even on their way out, they're gonna boom right here, knock out. So as you can see, we have
Looks like
a.
you've run out of power. That's not good.
There we go.
Build more power stations or increase your output.
And that's what I'm gonna do. That's why I researched the output.
I'm Owen Grady. Owen to my friends. I've seen things I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs. The raptors more generally, and me and Blue specifically. We have a special relationship, like what I have with Claire. Less complicated. Anyway, nice to meet you.
All right, we're gonna look at our fossils because we just completed a mission. So we're gonna sell this.
I knew you were the right person for the job.
I knew you were the right person for the job, son. So we're gonna come back here, grab this one again. We're gonna do another Edmontosaurus. Because he looks a little lonely. We have a. So I think you can come in here and yeah, you can pick what you want to sell. So you can do a lunchbox. Let's take a look at what else we can do. Barbasol. I'm gonna do night vision goggles, and I'm gonna sell it for a higher price than $6. Maybe $32. Okay. Do I need a management function? I don't think I need a manager for this right now. Maybe when I get more money inflow. Alright. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to put in I'm also going to set this towards the beginning also, or the end, whichever you're going to be coming in. There we go. That way we'll also have more income coming, and yeah. Let's release the dino! Let me know, guys, if in the comments if you want to see every dinosaur release like this, or like if it's the first dinosaur of its kind to do the release like this and then skip all the others. I just love looking at them. I think they're gorgeous.
This dinosaur, the Edmontosaurus, was originally uncovered at a site in Canada. I'll let you guess where. The T-Rex thinks these are delicious, and who's to argue?
Ladies and gentlemen, find the right attire at our new
Let's do the Dino Feast. I'm gonna sell for $25. Well, yeah, for a feast we're gonna do $25. I figure that's a reasonable amount to charge. Let's see, a dino hat, dino shirt. I think the shirts will probably sell better. To be perfectly honest, we'll do like 15, cheaper than what you'll pay at a real. We'll do 20. It's all cheaper than what you'll pay at a real place, so. Let's come in here. What do we got? So. This. Where did I send these guys? Let's take a look at our. This kind of gives you a lowdown of everything in the game. So, just to let you know, like what dinosaurs you have that are ready to start making. So as long as you get them up, their genomes above 50, they'll show up here. So pretty, so pretty. Dixoids. So this just tells you pretty much like where you've already dug at. This tells you everything that you've found and the wonderful dig sites that were not fossil related. Let's take a look at our characters that we've heard from. We've heard from Mr. DNA.
Here's a chance to really prove yourself.
Using on Earth. Okay. New dinosaur? Why not? So I don't like the fact that they used Chris Pratt's picture, but they didn't get Chris Pratt to do the voiceover. It's kind of, I don't know, irritating to me. Since they couldn't get him to do it, they should have just created their own character instead of going, oh, we're gonna use a likeness. Hookworms on the locations, Creation Labs, Isla Manticeros. I was gonna say Muerta, but no, I don't get the Jurassic Park gate because I haven't seen it, so I don't know. These are all my jeans. My jeans. Was that a bat? Sorry, I'm just trying to like get these undone so that way I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it is. It's a bat. So this will pop up every couple minutes. So this is let me know how much I'm making. Woohoo! Per minute. These are low quality though, so we're gonna go get where was it at? No, it's not what I want. Don't. I'm gonna try to go get this one. Maybe this will give me what I want. It's gonna cost me a pretty penny, but it's okay. Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay. We're gonna do also power outage. That way it helps us with our making sure we don't lose power all the time. All right, now we're gonna come in here. Look at that bad boy. So as you can see, We have 4 dinosaurs, not too shabby. Might want to put out another feeder since we're starting to fill it up a little bit. Put it up here. Now what I'll start doing, I'll probably be in the next video, start to build the enclosure for our carnivores. Which is most likely, I'm going to have it kind of go in an area like over here. Keep it by the lake. So I was thinking originally of putting it back over here somewhere. But I think I'm going to do like my hotel back here. Do some more like food and stuff for the guests. So that way they kind of have to walk through the park to get to the hotel. Or, you know, as soon as they get off the lift, they can just boom, boom, hit these as they go. Come through here. Oh, hotel here. Other stuff here. And then start their park tour. Yay. Release dinosaur. Woo! I think everybody loves Triceratops. I am a
You have some
huge...
Triceratops. Might be cute now, but that's only gonna last for about a week.
I'm a huge Parasaurolophus fan. It's like the Edmontonsaurus, but it has that big snorkel on it instead of just that little bump. And I cannot wait till we get into it because it is in the game. So can't wait till we get to the Brachiosauruses either, man. I'm excited for all these dinosaurs to be unlocked. And of course, the T-Rex, the mighty T-Rex. Yeah, I think like right now we're just kind of digging into some of the I don't want to say less common, but a little less common, I guess. Because the dinosaur that I was working on just a second ago, and the one that is in the amber, is this guy right here. It's the Hyungosaurus. And it's like a relative of the Stegosaurus, which you can see Stegosaurus is going to be in the game, as well as more of its relatives. But like, I think, yeah, I think they're gonna do the less common ones, the ones that you guys, you know, that everybody's not familiar with. I think you're going to find those first, so that way they kind of get them a little more exposure. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to put the outage protection. I think if I like if I add like one more building, I'm going to have to add another power station, because as you can see, power output is 68. Unused power 4, so depending on how much a building uses, I will definitely have to research speed. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's take a look at the enclosure. So this is going to be, I need to unlock this one, especially if we want to do some carnivores anytime soon. Little steel wimpy ones are cool for like the herbivores, because you know they're not going to be attacking it and trying to bust out. But the big, you want to have more protection for like the T-Rexes and all the carnivores. fine. Yay! Going to you. Look at our little guys. All just having fun. I think this is a good spot to build another power station. So we're going to put it right there. Connect. So that way we're on the path, we're on the grid. Once we get a little more revenue coming in, I will of course add the hotel. The hotel is the next part I want to add in, so I kind of want to have money so I can do all that and not be worried about it. Yeah, 82, man. Our genome is getting better and better. I tell you what. I'll tell you what, Bobby. This is our little park, man. Look at that. We are growing. Everything looks good. Oh, you know what we do need? Which I have totally spaced. We need... Just look at it, but that's not what I wanted to do. We need a mighty ranger station. So I'm gonna have to come over here. Flatten that out.
Ah, Dr. Dua. This
I'm
is
not
our new
gonna take
Director
this.
of Operations.
I'm aware, Cabot. I'm Dr.
Oh, okay,
Dua.
actually, I'll do it.
I run the science division of our operation. Okay, you're going to need to build your reputation in the science division. Not easy with me around, but you'll manage. That means managing our dinosaur population and seeing that they are flourishing.
I want to flatten this all out. Put in my ranger station. Now that does dip us a little low, a little under a million, but you need a ranger station. So if we come to fences, so here is our